FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
Keep the tools in the box. The haters wanna stop it. Mine's on like cocaine. I'm a fly human being. Money is the reason. No, it ain't about those games. Keep the tools in the box. The haters wanna stop it. Mine's on like cocaine. Pure white, Peruvian. Take flight, ride the wind. Long nights, getting it in. Is this the life of a hooligan? Ninjas on the street, they trying to avoid the chalk. Talk it out, maybe after let the heat spark. Gunshots, bury victims in the dirt quick. Circle of death, calling it the work shift. Mind blown, mind gone. Just took a life he don't care about his own. But this is what the youth taught, turned up. Mommy offered those pills, plus she coked up. Out to celebrate, told it's the last days. Racing, chase away the pain, love is lame. Ain't no shame, she peeling off her lace and things.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, back in like a crackhead. We're gonna get into this video reactions. Who's next on the chopping block? We got Papoose. He exposed Remy for not being a good mother, neglecting his daughter, and out getting her back glued out. The lane or the roof, whatever you want to call it. This is all coming from Papoose. But his name is Easy the Podcast. Let's get to it.
Give me a couple minutes. Sometimes when you're on live and people start calling you, man, they mess the live up, you heard? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to come in here. All right, cool. First and foremost, everybody who know me, let's keep it 100. Everybody who know me, you know I don't do this. I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home.
Wow.
With the lane,
I ain't.
The reason, but hold on, let's get to the point.
Yo, hold up, Papoose, hold the fuck up. You've been catching her cheating multiple times. You've been catching her cheating multiple times. You've been catching her cheating multiple times. Damn. Are you? Oh, let me play that back. Is it with the same guy or multiple guys? Come on, gang. Let's talk.
Things she kind of put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter.
Wow, that's crazy. So, when she got out the Bing, she was cheating on his ass, and he was putting up with it. Wasn't saying nothing, saving face or what. And then when he got with the lane, when she got with the lane, that's when everything hit the fan. Damn. That nigga Papoose was better than me, bro. She was cheating on you multiple times. And she ain't been letting this nigga see his child. Oh, Remy, you a cold piece of work. I fuck with you, man, but damn, this is crazy. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Papoose exposes Remy more. This is crazy. Let's get to it.
She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual.
Right.
She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with her, because all my daughter know is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she know from day one, since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented.
Right.
What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like their posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life, because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do.
Right.
They know you y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me.
Oh, that nigga Papoose was holding her the fuck down. Usually, you may have a down-ass female hold you down for that time you're doing in the beat. But this guy was holding her down, representing that black love. And it was showing a different light, more down on the hip hop side, not more down, but on the hip hop side. You know, you had Beyonce and Jay-Z, and you had Papoose and Remy. Man, come
Me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witnessed when she came home, witnessed me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison.
Right.
Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming, the return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed her come home, witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, you know, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and I mean, show, you know, things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day, so after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here cheating with this lame,
on, Bloc, man.
you allowed him to destroy your entire life.
Can't hear you, Papoose. Can't hear you.
All of your money. I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people, I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset? Because you mentioned my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity. Can y'all hear me? Because some people complaining about the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. There's a few people saying they can't hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm not covering the mic. Y'all saying I'm covering the mic. I let it go now. It's good? Brooklyn Jag, can you hear me? Cause all right, now yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody who know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions, I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never come on social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back. Even when I got stabbed in my back by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to. I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing. I just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people like, yo, Pat, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day, since you want to get up on here and say, oh, you.
What the fuck? You abandoned your child, man. What you want? You was out creeping with this bozo. instead of doing your mommy duties. That's crazy.
Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day since you want to get up on you and say, oh, you don't have a job. Because you know, when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane. You stayed out with the lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you. Tears. Also, she want to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got.
She was out with Easy the Bloc Captain, getting her back blew out while her daughter crying for her. Mommy, where you at? Please, mommy. I need you, mommy. No. Man, Remy Ma, don't. I hope you're not doing that shit. That's all I'm saying. He sounds convincing.
Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth.
What the fuck?
And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all.
Ghostwriting?
Anyone
My nigga been ghostwriting for Remy Ma. Remy, you don't write your own rhymes? Damn. That's nasty work. Papoose been penning your rhymes ever since you been released from the band. You've been stopping him from visiting his child, and you've been neglecting your daughter. This is not good motherhood. This is not good motherhood at all. Let's hope not. It take just an Easy to Bloc Captain to break up Black Love. Well, he got him a new thing. Yeah.
I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We talking about people being truthful. Truthful? The truth, you will probably literally, like, people would cry if they knew the truth. Like, literally cry. Like, cry. I look at it now, and I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her, because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Hello. Hello. Oh, I'm on live. I thought you was calling me to tell me to get off live. No, I'll call you back.
Remy Ma's response.
How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. Between two people. You wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand, hold on, what you saying? Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what I think. Like, not, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me.
Since they don't care about what her fans think. She doesn't care about what the fans think, the ones that make you as an artist. Who you are as a celebrity. That's just the reality. And what Papoose was saying, that niggas done followed your career. They done followed this whole situation. So they see it. Niggas ain't stupid. Now he's saying that you was cheating as soon as you got out the beam. That means you was what? Communicating with niggas behind them walls? I think so. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share this, share this. This is a reaction, like every reaction. We ain't being too long. It's Papoose responding to Remy Ma. Now, he's accusing Remy Ma of neglecting her child and not letting him see his child. It's crazy. I guess Papoose and Sarissa Shields, I think that's her name, Sarissa Shields, went on the Breakfast Club. Probably air some of their business out. But from what I'm seeing about them two, he's happy. They both happy. I wish them the best of luck. She made her decision. Y'all know decisions determine destiny. She decided to be with Easy the Bloc Captain, which it was an easy shot, right? You know how this shit play out. Like she said, if you ever had that bond, and the bond was broken, Easy the Bloc Captain came up in the rear. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. I hope they work it out. Papoose seemed like he'll stand down, 10 toes gentleman. He cares about his kids. He was holding her down. Y'all know that for real. But what y'all think? What's y'all thoughts out there? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Think Remy Ma wrong for her actions? She should just leave it alone. Or you think Papoose is wrong for his approach against Remy Ma or whatnot in this whole situation?
Who has an iPhone? You know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me, and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. The entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win.
Facts.
Like I said, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know.
Yo, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't been like keeping up with their relationship like that. You know, Papoose drops some heat, or Remy Ma drops some heat that come up above the radar, then yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But I didn't know he was writing like 90% of her rhymes since he met her. And didn't get a red cent, no publishing, none of that. Just strictly on love. Yeah, man. Wow. This is your boy L back out like a crackhead. Y'all know what it do. We gonna get up out of here. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in. Make Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We out this bitch. Peace.
You know that's behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her around. Nothing. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole shit. So you fabricating these stories, and it's very weird that you're talking all of this money talk, but in your background, it's everything that I bought. All of the utilities are in my name. So all of this fabrication about, oh, he don't pay no bills, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. If you analyze her live, the whole thing is about all of this money talk. Why? Because she wants y'all to think that she's this big shot. I don't need to come up here and perpetrate no fraud like I'm a big shot, like I'm this and I'm that. For the simple fact that I speak with my actions. You want to talk about black love? Anybody who follow me, they know I've always been pro-black and had knowledge of self since I was a teenager. So I've represented that since I came in the door before I even knew you. Okay? So don't ever talk about black love and what else she said? I gotta remember. So first and foremost, very bipolar, very delusional. This is a person who will sit in front of you. She will post that live and she'll say later, I didn't do that. I wasn't on live. You'll be sitting there like, huh? She will say something to you and 10 minutes later say, I never said that. Very bipolar. And I don't want to talk bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it, y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, there's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I gotta see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods? Not Hitman? My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lame. I know it. First and foremost, how it first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots, I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vows. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick for health, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse, the death was part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy, but she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame, you denied it. You shitted on him. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when you go to therapy, the therapist said,